right, we're back for part 2 on essential cookware. We're going to do the bakeware. My name is Dawn Weatherwax from Sports Nutrition to Go, a sports dietitian, and this is Rita Heichenfeld.
And you gave yourself such a short introduction. She's got so many letters behind her name. She's much more than that included. And I'm Rita, yes, and I'm a certified culinary professional and herbalist, among other things.
Yes.
And I love to cook and bake. And you do.
I love to bake.
Yeah.
I think I like to bake more than I like to cook, but you know that's probably a problem area for portion control. So, but today we're going to talk about the different types of bakeware that what we need for our one-on-one kitchen. So go for it.
Okay, these are the essentials. And you want to start off with, I think when you first start up a kitchen, you think of bakeware, baking sheets.
Right.
Okay, now there's different kinds. This is an aluminum baking sheet, metal, and this is non-stick. And with bakeware, if it's a non-stick and it's dark colored like that, it's going to bake a little faster. The dark color is going to pull the heat in. You might want to just check your timer a little bit better. But the most important thing, whether it's non-stick or regular, that doesn't matter. The size, Dawn. If you have a very small oven, check your capacity.
Yeah, because if you live in a big city and you move in an apartment, they definitely have a lot smaller appliances, depending on where you are going to live.
Right. So check the cavity of the oven.
Okay.
And one of these will fit.
Okay.
And by the way, we're going to share the recipe. You're going to love this. Egg, sugar or Splenda, or the substitute, peanut butter, baking soda. No flour.
No way.
It's a great snack.
And look at this. Just, we're talking about bakeware, but man, those look like normal cookies without.
They do.
So they're flourless.
They're
and
flourless.
then you could use a substitute for the sugar if you
want
to.
Yes, and we're going to share that
peanut
recipe.
butter.
And you know what I love about this is if you're in a dorm or your first apartment, you love homemade cookies.
Oh, who doesn't?
What, 4 ingredients? You can do this. You can do this. So
wonderful.
And they make a nice batch. So that's our little bonus recipe. All right.
Okay.
Now, one other thing, essential. If you buy nothing else but the cookie sheets in the 9 by 13 pan, and on the bottom, you can't see it here, but it'll say 9 by 13 pan. This is great for cakes, roasted veggies, roasts, you name it, lasagna. Now, there's different kinds. This is glass, and of course, glass is non-permeable, air-permeable, dishwasher safe. You can put it in the oven. You can even put some glassware in the freezer.
And this is a 13 by 9.
And that's
right?
and that's the
a
most
standard.
Essential. That is standard. And then this is a little bit smaller, but I'm showing it to you because it's cast iron, heavier as you said, and it's enamel lined. It heats much slower, but it retains the heat. Now this going to cost a whole lot more. Okay. But if you love to bake and entertain, put this on your wish list.
And how does it cook differently? Why is that such a better quality?
Well, for one thing, a cast iron, again, heats up more slowly, but it retains the heat, and it's just a higher quality. It's not going to break. It's not going to shatter. If you drop it. Of course,
no way.
Because it's metal.
And I want to show you, it's very heavy, so you actually can do a couple of bicep curls in there. Multitask while you're doing your cooking.
But, so, those are your essentials. But 9 by 13, no matter what. And then the other sizes, or metal, it doesn't really matter, metal or glass, whichever you prefer.
Okay.
All right.
Awesome.
And then,
when
you make brownies or fudge.
And that's what is that, 8 by 8 or 9 by 9?
That's an 8 by 8.
So just so you guys know, these are common. Your 13 by 9 or 8 by 8 or 9 by 9.
Right.
Very common in almost every recipe.
And this is square, but you could also use, I didn't bring one up, an 8-inch round cake pan.
Oh, round. Yep.
Or in non-stick or metal, whatever you prefer. And again, this is really good for small batch roasting. And what I've done here, and this is our little bonus recipe.
Another bonus.
You're going to love this. In our Sports Nutrition to Go book, the official snack guide, these are cherry pecan power bars.
Oh, they're fabulous.
Awesome. Better than anything you can buy. And they are sitting on, of course, a cutting board. Essential. Now, what kind of cutting board?
Right, because don't you talk about, you know how you have one for meat and one, what do you have to do with that? Vegetables, fruits.
Right. They're color-coded now, so if you have room for two, you want like a color for meat and then a white for veggies. It's just such a visual.
Okay.
What kind? You want to get a good high-quality plastic like a polypropylene, and on the bottom, I don't know if you can see this, It's got a little bit. Let me get my lint off there. These grips, and it'll sit on your counter very stable. A handle is nice. What I tell people not to do is there are some beautiful glass, like they look like pebbled glass. Don't, because when you take a knife on that glass and you try and chop and mince, it's going to slide. It's going to be a nasty cut, and it's very hard on your knives.
Okay.
Plastic or wooden, and what happens is they're really gentle on your knives.
Now with the wood, is there a concern with the wood? It cuts in the wood and then stuff gets cut in there, and if people don't properly clean, is there an issue with that?
Well, with wood, you can't usually put in the dishwasher. I think bamboo you can.
Okay.
But wood the wood that they make cutting boards out of is not friendly to bacteria anyway. However, you do have to scrub them. And what I will do with my wooden ones is spritz them with bleach, let them air dry.
And this one, though, you can do the dishwasher.
Throw it in the dishwasher.
You don't have to worry because it gets it to a high temperature. It's going to kill the bacteria. Okay,
right.
So that's a bonus.
And if you're on a real small budget, these flexible ones are nice. And
there's no flaking or anything?
No. I've had this for like 6 years. And then the nice thing about this is it bends, so if you're doing veggies, you can just pour them in the pan. So, your choice. Think of where your space on that. So, I think we've covered the essential bakeware.
Yeah. So, basically what we're saying you need 13 by 9 glass or an iron cast 13 by 9 pan. Or a 9 by 9 or an 8 by 8. It could also come in a circle if you need to. But I will tell you that most people, unless you're doing lots of cakes and you like double cakes or double fruit cakes, then the square pan tends to be more effective. And then we got different types of cooking sheets. So depending on the size of your oven, we got a smaller sheet and we got, what would you say this size is?
This is like it's like a 9-inch.
Okay.
And this is a bit larger, maybe
Standard.
15 or something. Okay. See what fits in your oven. That's key. Whether you like non-stick or regular, that's not important.
And then obviously you need a cutting board, preferably that one. It's not
like polypropylene.
Yeah.
Not glass.
Polypropylene and not glass.
Yeah.
And then
we
got our bonus. So
which
bonus. Yes.
Her bonus is not a little hand mixer, KitchenAid stand mixer.
I like my KitchenAid, but a lot of people can't afford that.
Right.
So having a hand mixer pays off if you like to do a lot of cooking,
right?
Especially baking.
Yeah, baking. And this stores easily, and it has different speeds. And these new beaters, see how skinny
that
they are?
looks different.
I know. These are self-cleaning, and they go through heavy cookie dough really easily.
No way.
They're perfect.
They look like they break. Okay.
Oh, no. These are wonderful. So that would be your bonus, would be a hand mixer.
And then our recipes will be included?
Right, they will.
As our food bonus.
Whoops.
So. All right. Well, thank you for our second part of what you need for bakeware, and we look forward to our next segment. Thank you very much.